Hey everyone, this is Mel, and it's been a while, but I'm back from being sick with a terrible cough. But I'm here now to talk about Sailor Moon Crystal, Act 26, titled Replay Never Ending, which was released July 18th, 2015, and this was the final episode of the Black Moon arc. So before I begin, just a quick reminder that I haven't read the manga yet, so any thoughts, observations, or predictions are based solely on the Crystal episodes and from what I can remember from the classics back in the 90s. And with that said, let's get started. So the episode quickly picks up where Act 25 left off, and that's with the scouts being sucked into this darkness by Death Phantom and his massive skull on display. So instead of giving a play-by-play of the episode, I just want to touch upon a few things that happened. First off, the reawakening of Neo Queen Serenity. I can't believe it finally happened, but I guess it was predicted since this is the final episode, but still, we can't believe it happened. And it was explained that she was fully healed and that possibly the awakening of Sailor Mini-Moon was the final push the Queen needed to wake up again, but I think it has something to do with Sailor Moon's status against Death Phantom. That could just be me, but I just didn't think that it had to take 900 years for Mini-Moon to reawaken and then the Queen would be awake, you know? But anyways, now with Neo Queen Serenity being awake, she wakes up King Endymion with a kiss. So his spirit form gets reunited with his body. And I was immediately reminded of the Disney fairy tales of the princess needing the prince's kiss to wake up and break the spell. But this time we get the reverse. We get the king waking up because of his queen's kiss, and that's always great to see, just that role reversal in play. So anyways, that great entrance of the royal couple is followed by the mother-daughter reunion, which I thought was very moving and long overdue, as they cleared a few things up between them. Now, what disappointed me was the fact that Neo Queen Serenity didn't get involved in the action. Instead, she sends her daughter to help Sailor Moon fight off Nemesis. Now, I was hoping for a massive team-up between Sailor Moon and Neo Queen Serenity as they take on Nemesis together. I mean, just to see the two versions of the same person working together, that would have been something else entirely that we'd get to see. But we do get a brief explanation as to why the Queen won't or can't fight. But it was still disappointing that she couldn't, like I had wished she would. Now we do get to see the two versions of Usagi face to face for a brief moment at the end before Sailor Moon returns to her time, but I did love that it wasn't just those two that got to meet, but everyone from the past before they returned home got to come face to face with their future selves. They maybe didn't get to share any words with each other, but they still got to see each other, which I thought was pretty cool since it was almost like looking in the mirror. Almost, except with a few years added on, but still. But anyways, thankfully the Queen wasn't completely on the sidelines though, and I believe she sends some of her powers to Sailor Moon, and later on she upgrades the powers of all the scouts. And how she does that, I am not sure with the whole, what can time traveling do to affect things that could stay. The whole time travel thing always confuses me. Anyways, I'm just wondering if anyone else got the impression that the images of the Sailor Scouts during that upgrade moment resembled their images looking as if they were from stained glass window panes. It's a random thought, but I thought it was cool. Wondered if anyone else thought of that too. If so, if not, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear it. Now, how about we talk about Sailor Moon's fight with Nemesis? The final battle, if you will. Essentially, Sailor Moon fights against Nemesis with Tuxedo Mask backing her up, saying that he's there so that she can be all that she can be. I thought that was very cool how the emphasis was on him being there for her so that she could complete the mission, when usually we get the girl supporting the guy as he completes the mission. It was just great to see again how this couple defies any preconceived notions we have on heroic couples, how it's always the guy stepping up and the girl on the sidelines. So it's great to see it being switched up. Now, Sailor Mini-Moon joins in the fight in a very fitting way, and that is when Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask pull their powers together, basically creating a light between them, and Sailor Mini-Moon emerges from that light. I just thought it was fitting since she is their future daughter. So together Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini-Moon work together since they are both the carriers of the past and the future Silver Crystal, and together they defeat Nemesis, who shatters, which I thought was pretty cool. While I like that it was the carriers of the Silver Crystal that were the ones to defeat Nemesis, I did wish that the other scouts were there to help, because I wanted some team-up action like they've done in the past. But then again, having just Sailor Moon and even having a little help from Sailor Mini-Moon, it shows how powerful they can be, not only together but on their own. So I guess I can settle for the little team up between Sailor Moon, Mini-Moon, and Tuxedo Mask, while the scouts are sidelined with the future royal couple. Now, I have a question about Sailor Pluto. Is she alive, or is she just in a coma like Neo Queen Serenity was, or is Sailor Pluto dead? Originally, I thought Sailor Pluto was dead, but then Neo Queen Serenity made it a point to move Pluto's body into the palace where she would, quote, forever sleep. But if Pluto is forever asleep, doesn't that mean she's basically dead? Or is there a chance that she could somehow be reawakened sometime in the future? Not like future as in like 30th century, but like future as in further on. Either way, it would be a shame if Pluto really was dead. There's so much potential with her being the time-space guardian of the door and such. Plus, if she's dead, who takes that position? And originally I had hoped that Neo Queen Serenity would somehow resurrect Sailor Pluto with the Silver Crystal once she herself had woken up. But I guess she puts her in a coma instead, or she resurrected her and then put her in a coma, or I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see which one it is for that case. And now I believe we come full circle with the whole arc, because episode ends with the goodbyes between Chibiusa and Usagi and Mamoru, which were very sweet and happened very quickly, but it showed the progress between the three of them since Chibiusa first arrived, and it would seem like they would miss each other. So Chibiusa goes back to the future, which leaves the couple alone, and I believe for the first time Mamoru acknowledges the fact to Usagi that Chibiusa is their daughter together. I don't think either of them acknowledged that before. Maybe wrong, but I don't remember another time if they did. But he brings it up as a comforting way to tell Usagi that they will see Chibiusa again because of the fact that she is their future daughter. So, just as Mamoru kisses Usagi, guess who falls from the sky and interrupts them in the same way? You got it. Chibiusa returns and she replaces Usagi in that kiss again, which still disturbs me. But it was funny that the same thing happened for her entrance once again. I mean, talk about rotten luck for Usagi getting interrupted with her kissing her boyfriend. I mean, come on. And anger is short-lived when Usagi comes bearing news that she is meant to train with Sailor Moon in the past, which is better than her going in the future and having them all miss her, which I don't really get time travel wise how that's supposed to work without Chibiusa affecting the past too much that it would change the future. But I'm always assuming that it's dangerous, but apparently not. But anyways, her immediate return, or for us it seems immediate, is a better transition on the subject of why she should train with Sailor Moon than what had happened in the classics version. Even though we don't get a break from Chibiusa like we did in the classics. In the classics, I think we went like half a season or half a story arc before we got to see her again. But anyway, so it seems like for some reason Chibiusa is allowed to stay in the past to train, and I guess we'll see more of that later on. And I think that's about it. The episode ends with Chibiusa's extended stay in the past being revealed. Like I said, we don't see any of the other scouts aside from their brief montage of them returning to their regular lives. We don't see any more battles, so none of the power upgrades were shown yet, and we're left under the impression that everything is calm in the city. For how long, who knows, but this episode does end the Dark Moon arc, and it's also the last episode to air for the season. Now, no new episode dates have been released, so now we're left wondering how long we'll have to wait until we see the next arc. And I just checked the arc the act titles from the manga, which I have not read. And the next arc, I believe, is called Infinity, and I'm guessing that's equivalent to the classics version involving the purity crystals. We definitely get new introductions in that one, so I can't wait to see how that goes, or how those new introductions will be portrayed. It'll be very interesting to see. But what did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of the arc in general? Did you like the crystal version of the arc, or did you like the classics version of the arc? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. My voice actually feels a little scratchy right now, so I'm going to end it here. So until next time, I guess I'll be reading the manga. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and to share this video or playlist to other Sailor Moon fans. Love to get the word out, even just to talk about the show in the comments would be fantastic even, so I'm looking forward to that. And until next time, this is Mel, wishing you all a great day. Bye for now.